So now we'll wire up the VGA plug. This is the one which is going to provide all of the power and signals to your extruder. And it's the female plug as opposed to the male plug. This is the one that is in your right hand side panel with the other connectors. So I'm just going to hold this one in a little clamp. Now you could use pliers to do this. You just need to stabilize it. First what I'm going to do is wire up the stepper motor ones, and that's this. These are all the 25mm wires that are in your pack. I'm going to wire up the ribbon for the stepper motor, and we just need to strip a little bit of wire off like this. There's something that I don't have in frame, which I'm just going to bring into frame. These little bits of heat shrink. So I'll strip both ends. I might just keep it as a ribbon for the moment. But yeah, we'll just strip both ends. These all need to be in order, and it goes black, green, blue, red, like this. Now the blue and the red are out of sequence on the actual ribbon, so you'll just have to swap them over. But before we do that, I'm just going to put a little bit of heat shrink on these. And before I do that, I'm just going to give these a little bit of a twist. And a tin. So into the flux, grab some solder. 1, 2, 3. 4. You don't need very much heat shrink, it's just got to cover the bare wires, so I might even cut those in half. That's good. Alright, and you just got to get this at an angle that suits best. I might even just use this one. Grab this. So I'm going to start with the black. Bit of solder. And just touch it on with a tiny little bit of solder and just wait for it to wick. And then it should stick. So black. Green, wicked, blue, and red. That's good. Slide the heat shrink down, put that in place. There we go. Now the next two are going to be for your thermistor. Now for these I'm just going to use blue lines. It doesn't really matter what colour you use, it's just as long as you know what the colours are. Strip that and strip the other end as well. Give it a twist. And put those both in. I'll put the heat shrink on after, it's not as crucial with this one. we go. Make sure it's wicked in. There. Down there. And that one. The next two are for your hot end power. Now I've got two green leads here. Actually, I'm going to use red for these. So I'm going to swap out those two greens for two reds. Just to keep the colour coding consistent. And I'm just going to put those greens out of the way. And last of all, the two leads which will connect your fan. Just strip these wires, both ends. Now for this goes on this other side. Just flip your workpiece over, hold that in place. So I'm going to start with black on the nearest pin. I think I've still got enough solder on there. One, and now the red. Two. Now be really careful not to cross the solder across terminals, because the machine won't work if you do that. You'll short out the line. And I'm just going to put some heat shrink on here. Now to melt the heat shrink around it, or to shrink it, you can use the side of your soldering iron too, rather than one of the guns. And I'll just heat shrink. And that's that bit done. The next thing to do is to put header pins on the other ends.